sugar.
Things are more complicated.
Kefali's divine body is not far from here.
By Catholic into Lenten above, as the Theoros, I have
Aglaya, what?
I know about the poisonous fangs of that king snake through the golden threads.
What do you...
It is no longer about eloquence or arguments. I have been a demigod for far too long, but I hope this has come a lot sooner than I expected. But perhaps it is time.
Yes, this is...
It is far easier for the Council of Elders to fool many than just fool one. There is no glory in winning this debate, but that makes having respect for humans so much more priceless.
I appreciate what you've taught me, Aglaya. I hope we'll live up to your...
Oh, you've done well, Lord Calictus. Let me take over and personally close this debate for today. Dearest counselors, let it be known that I sorely miss the blissful times portrayed in lyrical poems. Back then, Amphorius was home to new. Yet, in the present, people from all over are forced to leave their homeland to seek refuge in the holy city, where they hope to rest under Kefali's protection. All of us have long been in the same boat, with no way out of this plight. We didn't have a choice in the past, but now, the Council of Elders brings to the table a new possibility. All I have left is one question. Would you rather strive toward the unheard of Era Nova, or return to the prosperous Era Chrysia of our past? Now, which of the two would lead more?
Era Nova is a path of salvation the gods promised. We should not...
We all know that Era Chrysia is a thing of the past, Lady Kindness. Please, enlighten me. How does...
Let the three titans of calamity be born, and Era Chrysia is nevermore. But bring demise to those titans, and Era Chrysia will descend upon us again. Know that the Council of Elders is never one to make empty promises. Look at who we have on our side. Anaxagoras, one of the Grove's 7 sages, and Castorus, Idonia's goddess of death. With the help of these two heroes, I can promise all of you that Era Chrysia will exist once more.
Aren't they Chrysos heirs? They're supporting the Council of Elders instead?
It's clear from the start that these heroes do not get along well in their group. All the more proof that Aglaya isn't fit to speak on behalf of every Chrysos heir.
Era...
Castorus? Why are you standing over there?
You finally arrived, Naxa. So have you, Cass.
Don't worry, Aglaya. Well, I know that you have many queries. Could you continue to converse like how the citizens normally do? Tell me, dear citizens, if we successfully retrieve and return Thanatos' core flame without anyone passing the Death Titan's trial, what would happen next?
The answer is simple. We will have a chance to rid the world of death and bring Amphorius.
He's one of the seven sages. Your proposal is much too idealistic. As long as the Black Tide still exists, how can we go back to the old days?
Remember what I previously said? Kefali's core flame is guarded by the secret power of the Council of Elders. Plus, Pagusa's water curtain will be able... Tell me, dear citizens, have any of you ever seen even a glimpse of the threat that this person is talking about anywhere?
Oh. Could it be that you heard that from the Flame Reaver themselves? Citizens, let's loudly sing the blessed hymn.
After the destruction of the three Titans of Calamity, the flames...
This is bad.
Anaxa, pray tell. Everything that you've mentioned hinges on the premise that we can find Thanatos' existence, right?
Thank you, Lady Aglaya, for still caring about this city. However, dear for Castorus, Idonia's goddess of death, will surely find...
What?
With that, I solemnly promise that the core flame Lady Castorus brings back will be personally managed by the Council of Elders. Thereafter, if we are able to garner the support of all of you at the Citizens' Assembly...
With the balance shattered, the result is clear. By Kefali and Talent and above, as the Theoros, Akama has chosen her destiny. The issue up for discussion at this Citizens' Assembly...
Aglaya, dear Aglaya, what has caused you...
Wag your tongue as much as you like. Since the flame chased...
Well then, I guess we'll find out if that's true.
Castorus? What's going on?
Well, it seems that when I sent you to look for Anaxa, I unintentionally facilitated your partnership with him instead.
My apologies, everyone. I know that you have many questions to ask me. I will answer them to the best of my knowledge.
In that case, please tell us as much as you can.
In actuality, he showed me a past that was both long and heavy.
The reason I say this is as I've mentioned earlier. The answer was hidden in my journey unto death.
Professor, you were in the Netherrealm?
Yes, I am but a living dead man now. But that's not important. What truly matters is, I overheard a conversation between heroes.
Have you heard of this tale before? A tale about the ocean god's treasured pearl. Our home, it was a seaside town which enjoyed the ocean breeze until one day, an evil dragon descended upon the town. Its wings were large enough to blot out the sun, while its claws were sharp enough to rip the waves apart. It barged into the tall tower and devoured the queen's beloved daughter. It even settled itself in her bedroom. The queen assembled 300 warriors who managed to subdue the evil dragon by chaining it up. However, it was then that a devious, smooth-talking scholar arrived at the palace. and suggested that the princess was reborn. The queen was overjoyed, blissfully unaware that the evil dragon's soul still lurked within the princess's body. Worse still, the souls of the deceased refused entry to the Netherrealm because they were filled with regret. For the terrifying death had consumed all. Thereafter.
Until? Oh my. It seems that you still. So, according to your story, this is how I used to look? And yet, what exactly is this?
A miracle that I created with alchemy. As for what it is and how I was able to accomplish it, I'll keep the answer.
Oh my goodness. Is this cliffhanger really necessary?
Quiet, Titan. Continue to enjoy.
Dragon, huh? I've heard this legend.
In that case, what do you think of it?
I think that this so-called alchemy was a tenuous analogy added to the story by future generations. After all, you've never heard of a tradition of alchemy in your hometown before, have you?
Indeed. Before I left home to pursue my education, I never even knew that any—
Therefore, we can just treat this tale as a fable.
A fable, you say?
I guess it might be the concept.
Oh? I thought the moral might be closer to something like honor the dead. What?
No, I merely realized that we're.
Indeed. That.
You flatter me.
Of course. What is—
If I imparted my. Would you use it to resurrect?
What? What kind of strange question is this?
Oh?
Death is inevitable. If such a mighty power, after all, you, me, and the rest will all have to face that fateful moment eventually. My time is finally here.
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from. It is a pity that fate.
Is there no other way of
I'm afraid that the meaning is clear. Between my sister and... I'm afraid that the prophecy... My sister is prepared to sacrifice herself. How absurd. My time, what should we do?
Since Chaos is willing to guide all of us and leave this trial to the end, there is still plenty.
That's right. Don't allow the
trial, prophecy, but these three people must not have left their names.
Amphorius' history before the Titans were born. I have long held three hypotheses about this.
Calypso and this warrior.
Regarding this man, Nias, are you?
Of course. Though...
Looks like you have made...
Yes, this is...
Completely separating courage.
Please, young lady. Witness my fall.
I do not understand.
Because this is our destiny. Furthermore, a valorous death before glorious return has always been the path I chose to walk. A journey... Despite being... Let's chat, young lady. But since there's still time...
Of course. As the embodiment of Mikador's divinity, he that means...
Looks like one hypothesis of mine has already been proven true. These heroes are the true forms of the Titan. If so, the chosen one of death that he speaks...
Polixia!
If this is true, as long as we can find out where she went...
But before that, we first need... Nikador's courage is a testament.
I've heard that these words are still sealed within this.
They use their own
Honor, courage, tenacity, sacrifice.
And finally, the only thing that remains is reason.
Cheer up, young lady. There is no need to shed tears over a glorious death.
All farewells in this world are sorrowful, Lord Nias.
No, young lady. As a warrior, I have witnessed too many bitter deaths. But now, all I feel is peace. I did not know until this moment that mortals could live their lives in such a way.
Although only a sliver of your soul remains, you remain so optimistic. Or maybe the truth is that you aren't able to feel sorrow anymore.
To be honest, I don't know either. But I am certain of one thing. This is not an acceptance of death nor apathy toward it. It's not even a feeling of despair. I am just enjoying what remains of my life to the fullest.
Enjoying?
Indeed. Along this journey that we've taken together, not only have I changed the world, I myself have also changed in the process. And now I have reached the journey's end. When I look back and see the grand epic that I've personally written,
But when you depart the mortal realm, separation and death are two sides of the same coin.
finally, let me... The first time I returned from the battlefield, the calamity had devoured everybody on the battlefield but me. When I returned to the city alone, it was late into the night by the time the banquet ended. My head still reeling, I returned alone to the barracks. It was a crazed scholar looking at the night sky and muttering to himself by the side of the road. Although I tripped over him and fell, I wasn't... Do you think that it'd be better if we just died? To my surprise, he shrugged it.
To someone who is currently experiencing. Now please, go away and don't...
Are you trying to say that there is no...
That's exactly what life is, and death is. But a scale to measure. Therefore, young lady, don't detest your fate.
The embodiment of strife, telling...
Indeed, it is time for me to knock on death's door. I will set when that moment finally comes.
I knew this day would eventually come.
Elixia, I'm here. What? This...
This is quite interesting indeed.
Is this... Is it... me? Now, it's time for us to... Are you afraid? What are you afraid of?
That I won't be able to do it.
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. As foretold in the prophecy, and according to our vows, once it all ends, we must face our fated moment head-on.
if it was prophesized? Do we have no say in the matter? It's so unfair. Why are we the only ones who are forced into mutual destruction? Let me do it, sister. Let me be death's sacrifice. I was never long for this world anyway. But you're different. I was the one who wasted your life after all.
You're wrong, Polixia. I don't think that my life was wasted. Just the opposite. When I finally arrived at this destination and looked back at the journey I took, I discovered that flowers had long since bloomed along the path I walked. It was you who sowed the seeds for this sea of flowers. Besides, I have lived a fulfilling life.
How could my memories of you...
Well then, what exactly are we? I don't know either. But regardless of what the answer is, regardless, ever since we were born, the fact that we existed was predestined, and nothing could erase it. This is why I will always... We're twins, after all. All right, my dear Polixia. It's time to extract my heart. After that, use it to plant the first bud in the prophesied new world.
If I imparted my knowledge of the art of alchemy to you, would you use it to resurrect someone you loved?
Death is inevitable. If such a mighty power really existed, I think even now, my answer remains the same. This is why, sister, I'm in the prophesized new world. Go now. Return to the ocean god's treasure. I shall open wide the entrance to the nether realm and grant you a second life. Remember, do not look back on the land of the dead. And do not ask for the price of our equivalent.
Everybody, we've come to the end. Unfortunately, I'm certain of this now. Before the Titans that we are well acquainted with were born, a group just like the flame chase journey of today.
Huh. What a startling revelation.
I believe that this is the truth.
Besides, those twins in the past, even...
Are their whereabouts truly unknown? Didn't Polix in our world? There exists a city.
But the people there worship Vagusa and bear no relation to Thanatos. I have also never been to the...
Take this.
This is...
the new Sporist masterpiece. Remember? I've mentioned before, think about the story of the dragon. This stone will lead you to your
You still look as
Simple. I shall merely admit to However, my line of thinking will actions speak louder than words, Castoris. With the assembly...
I've already searched for so long. But before I leave, I have another question.
That was the world imprinted. If we are to prove its existence, you must...
I understand.
Hey,
Don't get antsy. As a scholar, I do not wish to offer up ambiguous conclusions.
I merely wanted... If so...
Why not? When I was a child, I lost someone dear to me. Now I'm merely forsaking my body.
Why are you always finding ways to die?
This
is but a necessary sacrifice on my...
Can someone who's dead even claim to be the purest of them all?
No. It's just it means that I can actually ascend to God.
That's...
Lady Aglaya, you know that the core flame of death has always been the greatest unknown regarding the... Professor Anaxa has come to a consensus with Kindness, but I know this runs counter to your wishes. So long as we do not usher in Era Nova, honestly, it's difficult for me to assess the pros and cons in this decision. The Titan could be very near.
Well said. You already had every reason to seek a world without death.
If fate dictates that my path... Lord Mighty showed me that without taking the first step...
I have always hoped to hear you speak your mind, Cass. Styxia. I visited that place in the past. Though it go, I will not stand in your way. As for you, you are someone who has cheated Castoris.
I hate to put a damper... If Styxia is now...
The answer is quite simple. In the myths, Zagreus once made the domain of the... And if they could do that, then I'll see you at Memorial Palace at...
Dan Heng isn't back yet, huh?